Hello, all of you gamers, professional and casual out there in the world. I am MegaAmpster. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you did, always super appreciated. Okay, just as a disclaimer, because I don't even know what I'm going to name this video yet, but I'm sure it's going to piss some people off. Just to kind of foreface this, obviously we had the Pokemon Presents today, as of this recording, just a few minutes ago, or a couple hours ago, really, that aired. I watched it. I didn't do a live reaction to it. I wanted to give my kind of thoughts and impressions about it now. Skipping all the other stuff with Pokemon Go, Cafe Mix, all that. I'm focusing specifically on the Scarlet Violet footage that was shown off. Just to give a little bit of a preface, I am a very, very casual Pokemon fan. I've played like Gen 1, 3, 7, played Arceus. Is that it? I think it's literally it. I own Gen 2 and 6, but I haven't even tried them yet. I am a very casual Pokemon fan. I love the concept of Pokemon, the gameplay. I'm not huge on RPGs, but Pokemon is one of those turn-based RPGs that I can usually appreciate and just have fun with, collecting the different Pokemon and doing all this. I am personally not sold on Scarlet and Violet, and I think it's for a few different reasons. I just want to kind of go through here and give my quick impressions on what we saw. This game looks very good. We see all the open world here. I love Growlithe and Arcanine. All these different Pokemon here, like that looked like it might have been a new Pokemon, unless it's one I just don't know. They showed off a bunch of new Pokemon here, or a few new ones. A new Paldean, I believe the region's called Paldea. For Paldean Wooper, we saw a new form there. And then we saw, I'm going to skip all this dialogue because I don't really care. This guy's annoying. I don't like this voiceover. We saw the other new, Fido, the dog one was really cool. There was a couple others I can't think of. This game looks really cool. I think what I like the most so far, obviously the region looks really cool, but also the fact that these legendaries are just straight up like motorcycles you can fly around on and ride and go through water. So it makes me think, I wonder if these are the only ride Pokemon are the legendaries and you get them from the start. That's almost what it looks like. That is cool though. It looks like, because if this is going to be a full open world, that's definitely going to be cool. And being able to ride on these Pokemon pretty much over almost any form of terrain, that will be a cool idea. And like the past and future kind of distinction there is also kind of cool. It's like this game has a lot of cool implementations. I just think for myself personally, I'm probably not gonna buy this. Like, I'm not fully sold on what they've been showing. And I think, part of that is because I'm kind of a casual Pokemon fan. I didn't even play Gen 8. There was a lot of generations I skipped. I think for the hardcore fans, this is going to be great. A big part of it, I think, might be that Legends of Arceus came out in January, and I think I'm good with Pokemon for now, honestly. I'm kind of because I'm a casual fan, I don't really play Pokemon games all that often, and I think with Legends of Arceus earlier this year, that was such a great experience because it changed up a lot of the core formula. But from what I'm seeing, obviously the open world, if it really is one connected open world, which I think they confirmed, it's not separate large areas like Arceus. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. That's really cool. That is really cool. That is probably the biggest selling point on this game compared to Arceus. But I still feel like it's not, for me, it's not enough for me to personally get another Pokemon game this year. But I think this is something that the core games have just not been appealing to me for the last couple generations. I actually really enjoyed Gen 7 from what I played. That was really fun. That felt like it changed a few things here and there that made it feel a little bit fresh, even though it really didn't change a lot. Arceus changed a lot, and I really liked how different it was. I don't even know. This crystal form's weird. I'm not sold on that gimmick either, the whole crystallized form. The Mega Evolutions I honestly thought were kind of cool that I played, from what I played a little bit of with that generation. And then the Z moves were kind of cool. I liked those. I don't know how I feel about these crystal transformations. It doesn't, it's kind of cool. They do mention later on that you can change the typing of some Pokemon based on, how you crystallize them or whatever. I forget what the actual, it's like Tetra something is what it's called. I will say, in terms of the legendaries, the starters, those are cool. The legendaries look a little bit weird, and I'm honestly leaning more towards the Scarlet one than the Violet. I know a lot of people are Team Violet. I'm honestly, normally I would be Team Violet, but I'm kind of leaning more towards Scarlet in this case. The starters are all great. I think the starters are great. The legendaries are pretty good. Like, I think there's a lot of cool stuff here. The main thing yeah, having the full open
These are
world,
the
you
legendary
ride the
Pokemon,
legendaries around on
Koraidon
almost any
and
terrain.
Miraidon.
That is
You'll rely
cool.
on one of
I
them as
just
a
think for me
partner in
personally,
your...
I'm looking at this and I'm like, what is going to really get me to buy this game? And to be honest, I don't really know. I don't really know. I mainly made this video because I wanted to get my quick impressions on it. It looks really good, and I'm sure for the people who are excited for
Adventure.
this game, it's
Climb
going to be
on.
very good.
And together
I
you'll dash
think
across
there's
grassy
something, I don't
fields.
know what it is, but there's something about the core games that just
Which story will you begin
aren't
with?
really
How will you
appealing to me.
progress through
I am
them?
much more
It is
looking forward
all up
to
to you.
potential future Legend spin-off games if they have that. I don't think you can even throw the Pokeball manually to catch Pokemon in this game. Did they confirm that? They don't show the footage, and I don't
Shy
think
student
they said
voices film.
anything. Characters designs are cool.
Fido.
Gotta love
Our
Fido. Look at the little
delightfully
doe
squishy
Pokemon.
Sprigatito.
Sprigatito is definitely my favorite starter, by the way.
And
Out of all
Quaxly.
three of these, I definitely like Sprigatito the most.
And friends.
The multiplayer is cool. The fact that you can do that, yeah. Terrestrial Pokemon is what they're calling it. So you can do this terrestrialize feature and essentially like crystallize them, and it kind of gives them buffs, but it can also change the typing in some cases too. Like I think Pikachu, like if you pre-order the game, you can get a special flying type Pikachu, which I love because it has the balloons being the callback to Pokemon Yellow. And Eevee has its own special scenario too. Like, I don't know. There's just something about it that the full open world, connected open world, isn't enough to sell me. And I think that's the issue. And it's probably because I have enough, as a casual fan, I've had enough Pokemon with Arceus earlier this year. I only put 40 hours in, but that's a good chunk of time, 40 hours. This is going to be even longer, I'm sure. And just being a casual fan, I think I'm just kind of not really interested, especially if there is no open world catching. If someone can confirm that for me in the comments, definitely let me know. I don't think there's open world like you throw the Pokeball to catch them in the open world. I think you see them in the open world still, but from what I think we've gathered, I think it's back to the Sword and Shield of opening the separate menu to catch them, which I'm not gonna lie, like definitely after having that in Arceus and having that be such a more immersive part of the game, it would be hard for me to go back. Maybe they did implement it here and I'm just not realizing it. They didn't. I don't think they showed any footage off with that, but it really seems like they're leaning away from that, which I don't know how to feel about that. Like that definitely honestly detracts a lot because it would just is so seamless and immersive to just throw it immediately, not have to go into a separate battle menu, weaken their HP. You can still do that. To have the option is cool, but to do the new method of just throwing the Pokeball, that's so cool. I love that. I love doing the gyro, throwing it at them. If that's not here, I mean, for me as a casual Pokemon fan who really enjoys the catching more than the battling, that's a big drawback for me, honestly. It kind of is. I'm not as much into the battling. Like occasionally I'll do some battles, but like that's really not my cup of tea. So, and I think that seems to be where they're going to lean the main generation games more so. Like they're going to make improvements, like making this a connected open world instead of the segmented large areas in Arceus. That is cool. The fact that you get the legendaries, it's seemingly early on and you can ride them across any terrain. That's also super cool. Part of me likes the different ride Pokemon to get the variety in, but like having it all centralized in one Pokemon is also really good. I am just, as a casual, super casual Pokemon fan, I'm just personally not. There's nothing here. There could be something. The game comes out in a few months. There could be something they introduce later that really hooks me, but I think that's pretty much it. Like they'll probably show maybe a tiny bit of the story, maybe a few more. They'll announce some more Pokemon, I'm sure, later on, but. And maybe they can, clarify more of the battling system and the catching system. I guess they got the battling system down pat here. But otherwise, I don't know if there's going to be too much to show until the game comes out. So that they'll have some stuff, but I don't know how much more new features we'll see. So as of right now, I'm just personally probably not going to buy this game on launch. I know it's going to be Nintendo's big holiday game. That's fine with me. I've got plenty. October's stacked with games. I am good just with that. I'm still contemplating Splatoon 3. But in terms of Pokemon, honestly, if Legends Arceus hadn't come out this year, I probably would buy this. Like, if Legends Arceus just didn't come out and it didn't exist, that would be a massive difference for me between Gen 8 and 9, where I would say, you know what, this is cool. This has me interested. Whereas, I mean, yeah, making the whole connected world is cool, but we also still got the openness in Arceus, and I think that's enough for me. I should also clarify, I'm not a huge, massive fan of open world games, especially because they tend to take a while. They're cool to explore occasionally, like Breath of the Wild I was addicted to, but like very rare games like hook me like that, So I think that's just kind of part of it for me too. It's a bunch of things, being burnt out on open world and Pokemon, having Arceus coming out earlier this year, just being a casual fan. I think all those things combined, I'm just like, it's not for me. But for the fans, it looks cool. I'd be curious to know, let me know in the comments below your thoughts on this game, how you feel about the open system. If the battling, or the catching, I should clarify, is back to the opening the menu and lowering the HP, if that's the only option, no more like free throwing the Pokeball in the open world, let me know how you feel about that, or clarify if it's not the case. And how do you feel about the terastallizing here? Like, I don't know how I feel about the Pokemon just going all shiny. Like, it doesn't, I mean, they add like a few things depending on the typing, like the little flower pot on top of the grass type heads there. The fact that you can kind of almost like mix and match certain Pokemon, like they can change typing, that's cool. But like, it doesn't, I don't know. Like, I wonder if there's another catch here that they're not really kind of giving into. Let me know what your thoughts are overall on how this presentation went. Overall, I mean, they could have just had a separate Twitter drop for Scarlet and Violet. All the other stuff didn't really need to be there. So there wasn't really any other spin-off games either. I think they, at least new ones that they mentioned. So let me know what your thoughts are. I thought it was an okay. As a casual Pokemon fan, it's hard for me to say, but let me know what your thoughts are. If you are upset with me, I understand. It's okay. Being a little bit negative here, but not towards the game itself, just my take on it so far that we know. They could announce something in the next few months that would be like, this is game changing. Like, the story could be super integrated. I know I didn't look at any of those leaks. I'm not going to mention any of them here, only what's shown here. But if anything, like, potentially could come about that's a new mechanic that's really cool, hey, maybe I'll pick it up. We'll have to see. But anyways, just made a quick video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Let me know if I'm an idiot for saying I don't want to play this game. And if so, I'm going to say you're wrong because I have an opinion. As a gamer, I am entitled. It's okay. Anyways, have a good one. Let me know your thoughts. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.